What's up, North County? Welcome to Morning Brew. We are we're Tuesday, May 13th, and there you go. Eric, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
What's happening?
Tuesday.
Cold.
Cold.
Dude, it's cold outside. I'm like, my bones are aching today. Last week, they were all nice and hot and warm in the morning.
I feel like it's going to be sick.
Right?
What did I just say? I feel like it would be sick. I can't even talk, dude.
I'm still exhausted.
Yeah, I'm tired too.
I'm still tired. I woke up this morning and I felt like I'm going to stop sleeping at nighttime.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say F it because it doesn't help.
That's a good idea.
You know what I'm saying? You know how much stuff you could get done if you just said F it and just never slept again?
I just feel like I would die if I didn't sleep again though.
Dude, I don't know. You know what?
Sunday was pretty rough for me. I was like, oof. I slept until 10 o'clock on Sunday.
Dude,
and
really?
I never, ever sleep until that late, ever.
10 o'clock, dude. If I slept, that's like a whole nother day for me.
That's kind of what I said to Michelle. I was like, man, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with myself here.
Not me, dude. I was up at 7 again. On a morning I didn't have to. I had all the plans, all the desire to sleep until 9.
Right.
I woke, you do one of those one eye things. You kind of look over there. You're like, look at your phone. You're like, God damn it.
You're like, where is this at?
Yeah, and that's exactly what I did. So I got myself up and went down and made some coffee and sat there on the couch until 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you sat on the couch till 11. I slept until 10. So
Yeah, but I got some. What did I watch? American Idol.
You watched American
Yeah,
Idol?
I had to get caught up on. Well, I'm so far behind. I'm like weeks behind. But I had to I only watched one episode like a month ago when it first came on.
Yeah.
And so now I'm at episode 3.
Oh.
So I was able to watch 2. Dude, they're like an hour and a half.
You have to go through all the commercials though. You don't? Do you listen to all the stories and all the crap?
Well, I can't fast forward the commercials because it's on that, the streaming whatever, so they won't let you fast forward commercials.
Oh, I hear you.
I can fast forward everything else, but that's all the fun. You get to listen to Lionel, and now you got Carrie Underwood, and you got, you got Luke Bryan that's dialing it in, and so like.
I just can't listen to it. Me and Michelle have just gotten to the point where it's like we like it, but we just can't listen to the stories because every story is a bad story. There's no good, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Nah, not necessarily.
Oh,
I like some of the stories are pretty comical. Like, a lot of them are like heartbreaking. Like,
But if you've been watching it, like how long? Have you been watching it a long time?
Yeah.
It's just the same crap, dude, over and over and over again.
But it's not. I liked it the way that it used to be, to where they really had all the the tweakers. Like, they don't show them that much anymore. Like the ones that go in there and try to be like
awesome.
Like William Chang or William Hung or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Remember his?
Yeah.
Remember him?
Yeah.
I mean, he got worldwide status. He didn't make it.
No, but he made it. He made $1 million.
Right, because of however he whatever he did there. But they don't do much of that anymore. There's very little tiny little snippets of like those guys because they don't want to make it like a
comical show, I guess.
Yeah, they want to make it more of a serious pathway to being a musician.
Yeah.
And so, but now and then they'll throw like the gal came out and she had like these like this nose thing on, and she had all these things, and she was like basically her whole song was like F you.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
She's like, F you, da 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 da, F you.
Yeah. And everybody clapped and everybody was all happy. Yeah.
I was like, all right, that's funny. But anyways, so I'm only on episode 3, and there's a couple of the favorites I like. So, but we'll see what happens.
Okay.
You know how that goes.
I hear you.
What a wonderful weekend, though. What a wonderful weekend. We started on Wednesday getting dialed in for the Slow Sheriff Rodeo.
Yes.
And it was hot, and it's now cold.
I know. Wasn't that weird?
Yeah, dude, that's my life.
Baking.
Yeah.
Baking on Saturday.
Actually, Friday was worse.
You think so?
Yes. Yeah, Friday there was no wind.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I think, I mean, even though it said that it was 100, I felt like it was a little bit hotter because there was no wind. Like
Friday-
on Saturday,
Friday-
it had a little bit of wind.
Friday, my truck said 103.
Yeah.
When I was driving down to the fairgrounds, it
Yep.
said 103 on there.
Oh, yeah.
Bacon.
Yeah.
Bacon.
But you know what? It was a great weekend.
Yeah.
I think the sheriffs had a really good
Turnout?
representation for just, the contestants.
Yeah.
The amount of people. Easton Corbin on Friday night was packed on the arena floor.
Do you remember that?
No.
Okay. I was just going to say.
I saw pictures.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I know, dude, those damn vodkas.
I know. We were sitting up there in that skybox, and like you said, the air conditioning and the free drinks were just like, oof.
Yeah.
It was rough. It was tough.
I know, dude. It's like, really? You guys get free drinks? Really? They're as much as I can have? Yeah.
And I'm all ready to pay because I didn't want to drink too much. So
Right?
I was like, I'll pay. Just start charging me.
I know. I was like, oh, no. And then next thing you know,
Hey, so we went to the what was it called?
Pine Street?
Pine Street Saloon. Did you know the owner died yesterday?
Yeah, Ron.
Yeah.
Yep. Ron passed. He was in poor health for a while.
Oh, so he wasn't there that night then.
No,
okay.
no, I haven't seen Ron. I think last time I saw Ron was on Pioneer Day. I think it was Pioneer Day when we went down to they were supposed to be at another place, Cal Coast, I think, and then we went over to Pine Street. But the horses never came there. And Ron was out there. He's like, "What the hell?" and this and that. So, but yeah, that was the last time I saw him. And then I know he was in poor health as well. So. But yeah, I mean that's another North County legendary business owner person. Ron has had the Pine Street Saloon, which has been on Ghost Hunters. He'd show me over the years like little videos from his cameras of knives flying or a chair falling over, and I mean
I think I fell over there. I think I fell out of the place. That place was wild.
yeah, that was probably another bad decision
That's
for the evening of Friday.
I don't know who came up with that decision, but
Yeah.
I could have definitely left after whatever we were doing.
What did we say? Oh no, we're not gonna drink a lot on Friday night because we got to get ready for Saturday.
Yeah,
Dude,
I know.
that was bad.
It was bad.
That was bad.
But it was fun.
It was fun.
It was interesting.
And it was warm, probably because that's why the drinks were going down so good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and there was 1 million people there.
Dude, that place was packed. I didn't know that place got that like crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They told the people to stop playing pool because they wanted to bring more people in.
I believe that.
So they're like, you guys got to stop playing pool, and we're gonna bring 100 more people in. It's like crazy, dude.
Yeah, dude. And so my great deal, $5 per person or 4 for $25. That's what I did.
That was weird, and I just walked in. I'm
like, yeah, $25, no problem.
I didn't even
I'm
pay. I just walked in for some reason. I just kind of do and just kept walking, and nobody said anything to me.
Yeah, but hey, you know what? Saturday, great job to everybody. The whole crew, we had a lot of people out there, a lot of boots on the ground. We had I keep seeing people with their posts from the What's Up North County banner.
That's super cool.
Taking pictures and selfies and all that stuff. That was awesome. And I think the all the way around everything, the whole event, the whole day was bitching, and I think it was a huge success.
Yeah.
I never made it out to the fan zone, and I know you didn't. I just never made it out there to see if there was people out there, if what was going on, was the screens going on, people having fun, were they dancing, where there's nobody there. So
I got to see it once with the drone shot when they had the drone up in the air.
Okay.
That was about it. that was about
I guess
all
we could ask Kyle, is Kyle and Matt on?
Yeah, Kyle's on. Kyle was there, dude. Kyle was there at the party. You remember that? Remember talking to Kyle?
On Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I took a picture with Kyle. I wonder where that picture's going to... Oh, is that... that was Chuck that took the picture, huh? Somebody took a picture of us.
I don't know, but hey, so I got to... Okay, so we have our picture, the picture you posted. I don't know if that came from Michelle or Jennifer or whatever.
Yeah.
Right, when we took a picture with the sheriffs, like we do.
Yeah.
Good picture, this and that. Sheriff Parkinson's wife posts another one because she took one also. Did you see that one?
No.
Oh my God.
Are you a hot mess? Am I a hot mess?
We both are,
Oh
dude.
God.
You're literally, your eyes are crossed and you're like,
Oh, I did that on purpose. I that was like after like the fourth pitch, you're like, okay, another one. I was like, no.
So that's your picture, and
all right.
my mouth's like wide open, and I'm like, like that. And I'm like, oh my God, what is going on here?
Yeah, we were having fun.
Oh, I'm like, gosh, I hope this. When was this at? This
You know, the cool thing about the sheriff's department is they are very serious, but they know how to have a good time too as well. You know what I mean? They have to have that downtime. So,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah. So it's good that we could kind of have a goofy time with them and be normal people and not have to be like all, yes, you know. All the
Oh
time.
yeah.
So it's
oh
good. Yeah.
no, it's like I said. That's why we enjoy being a part of what they got going on, because they are down to earth people.
I was laughing because the ex-sheriff of Ventura was there, and he's the one that bought us beers like 2 years ago, and he still remembered us. So she was chatting me up and all this stuff, and we were just talking about this and that. But it's a very interesting place, dude. It's crazy. It's interesting who you get to meet at these events.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the day Saturday went good. I think everything went off without a hitch.
We had some issues.
We had a little audio itch at the beginning.
Well, the audio issue wasn't our fault. I mean, that was addressed the day before, and everything was working good. It was because the band came in and did sound check, and something happened there, and
Dang it!
no audio, no video. I mean, it was just the first half was a complete, like I was freaking out. If you guys didn't see me because I was in the trailer, I was completely freaking out in the trailer, going, "What in the hell are we doing here?" So had everything working great on Friday. Me and you did it on Friday, right? We had the morning brew, beautiful.
Right.
But it's all right. We got. You know what? You just gotta persevere. You just gotta go through it, dude. You know.
Yeah.
What I mean? I just the way I look at it now is like, hey, if it's not working, let's get it fixed. Let's figure it out, and let's just keep moving on. So.
Well, it was cool because we got to sit there and have a little pre-show. Had a few people on beforehand. It had Coach Don Crow, had Brett Butterfield.
Which I think next year, I think we do our own announcing. What do you think about that? I think we just do our own. Dude, listening to the guy, it gets kind of mundane. You know what I mean? I don't know. I was watching back the video and I'm listening to the announcer. The guy's really good. But the audio feed we always get from them is crap, dude. So it'd be kind of cool to have like you and maybe another.
Well, we gotta do
rodeo.
we gotta do some more rodeos then, and we gotta do some start on a smaller scale.
Yeah, we'll do the pony show. And you go, okay,
Yeah.
here comes little Tina with her pony coming out. Yeah, look at the breed on that one.
Yeah, yeah. We need to get started like now.
Yeah, because I think I don't know. I like listening to the announcer, but the people on the other end, like the listeners can't hear them. I don't know why. The feed is crap, dude. So we got to figure that out. We got to address that in the next meeting. So.
But then the after show, we got to sit there and chat with the bull riders.
That was funny, dude.
We didn't get to talk with Eric, Eric Nova, which is 19-year-old kid from Oakdale.
Yeah.
Won $10,000.
Did he just like grab his check and leave?
He must have, because he was already the kids that we were talking with rode with him, because they all came down together.
Well, where the hell did he go then?
Who knows? So, but we were able to get Andy Guzman on there. Andy Guzman, PBR, Velocity Tour.
Right.
We had the kid from Brazil. Now, I'm gonna have, when I go watch that back, I'm gonna have to like Google Translate this, because I have no idea what he said. He talked in his native tongue.
Yeah.
Every single question I asked, I'm like, hey, so what did you think of today's? I'm like,
Yeah. I thought that was funny, dude.
all right. And I'm sitting there trying to hear. I'm like, is he speaking English? Is he not speaking English? Can I just not hear? And that's what I kept thinking. But he was laughing.
Very broken English. He was having a great time, dude. I enjoyed it.
He's like, Randy, you are a big dirt ball. And I think your ears are funny, and that's why he's laughing.
Then he started coming over and jumping by the bull chutes and yelling, like doing some, like going crazy behind us. I was like, what in the world's going on around here right now? Love this rodeo.
Oh God, that was hilarious. But it was cool. And then some of the kids they're just young.
Yeah.
God, that one kid's 16 years old. a freshman in high school, Chase something, 16 years old in high school, and he's riding bulls on the national ranks.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Who does that? And who parents say, yeah, that's cool, you're 16 years old? I guess, the parents can't really say anything, I guess, maybe.
These kids look really young. I was looking at him like, hey, man, how you doing? He goes, what are you here for? He goes, I was one of the bull riders. I was like, oh. I was like, oh, okay. I thought he was just a rodeo contestant of some sort. But no, he's riding bulls.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I think probably on something like this, but, it's $10,000. That's a pretty good chunk of change for whether you're 16 or whether you're, 40.
I got to say, dude, out of all the shots that I got, the bull riding, I went back and watched it. The bull riding is phenomenal, dude. We had a camera inside the chute. We had Manny in there, dude, plugging that camera, right on top of the bull's head. I was super impressed with him. Those were great shots. I think we had some pretty good shots out of the bull chute this year.
I know the one gentleman he was kind of ringleading the whole shoots over there, and he was giving Manny some pointers of where to be and what this and that, and so I wonder if Manny ever got crazy and got too close and too part of the mix.
They let Manny kind of get where he needed to be because they know, dude, they want to be on camera. You know what I mean? This is like a highlight for them to be able to have that kind of exposure. Showing them in the shoots, and then or else you're just gonna get a picture. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna have a snapshot of you riding the bull. But this is the whole thing. I mean, from getting set up to pulling out of the chute to getting bucked off. I mean, it's a big deal. So,
I'm gonna if they have a suggestion box, I'm gonna do this for next year. Dude, they gotta get the sheep and the kids like out on the other side, like right in front of the stage or something.
My only problem with this one was it went fast.
Yeah.
Everything was like boom, 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 boom. I was just like, what in the world? Like last year it wasn't this fast.
It was just because there's only 10 kids and they stay on like literally like 12.
Seconds. I'm talking about the whole rodeo and whole. Like the whole rodeo was like boom, it was like shotgun fast. It's like, God dang, dude. Like right when the barrel racer came out, like the next one was already coming out.
I feel the same way. Like I didn't even see it. Like I remember it, but I don't remember it, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah.
Like, I don't remember watching. I remember seeing. I just think there was a lot of stuff going on, and just kind of. I don't know. And then, I don't know. And then at the end of the night, then some people started getting crazy because of the lights.
Who is somebody wanted to throw a beer at you? Or
I guess
2 women.
Yeah. So they're just because the lights were shining on them.
Yeah.
So I think next year we need to figure out a way to kind of rope off. Some an area, or change direction. I mean I would have rather had behind us being the arena. You know what I'm saying? Versus the people, because the people are idiots. Let's be honest.
We tried to get you to do that, and you didn't want to do that.
I did want to do that. Well. You guys wanted to be back there so that way the fans could be like, hey,
yeah. And by the way, there was some fans that were pretty crazy behind you, dude.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, there was some dude was like putting his finger like an OK sign, and then putting his index finger into that OK sign. I don't know what that meant, but it was kind of weird. I was like.
Well, it's funny because somebody had mentioned doing some stuff like on commercial break, and I'm like, there was no commercial break on the screens.
Yeah.
I said, so if you were doing something on video, then it was up there on the screens. It's not on the video part of itself, but it was up on the screens. They're like, oh no. So whether or not other people saw that or anything, but anyways, like I said, everything's a trial and error, and kind of tweak things. Every year, learn from things that we need to do better, or things that work great.
I was just kind of cool to see our Wong posse there, dude. It was great to see that. I mean, I didn't get to see everything, but I got to see, I got to see some pictures of our Wong posse there, and that's probably the best thing ever, dude.
Right?
So, yeah.
Yeah, we had some ticket giveaways, and people were posting that. Yeah. And Sean and John took their job very seriously over there.
I heard.
They wouldn't let nobody take a picture without doing the QR code. Yeah, it was. They were pretty serious.
Yeah, good, dude.
Which is awesome.
Yeah,
which is awesome, and I think they had a lot of fun doing that.
We gotta say thank you to everybody because everybody did a great job, dude.
Yeah,
we got it. That's 3 days of setup and 3 hours of takedown, which is insane.
Right?
That's crazy. I don't know how the hell we do it, but we do it. But watching the boys trying to collect 150 feet of wire, dude, in that little tiny corner was hilarious to me, dude.
Right.
It was like,
that was a
they doing?
rat's nest right there. That for sure was. But yeah. So, hey, so what's everybody saying on the side?
A lot.
Kyle, what are they talking about?
Kyle says good morning.
Oh, Kyle.
Kyle says also the fan zone was good. Hit or miss on people depending on what was going on in the arena, and there were people drinking and dancing to the band before the rodeo. So people were actually having a good time. That's good. I think a pitcher's pocket is in the box. Oh, she's trying to figure out what's in the box. Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot here. If people didn't pop into the trailer to say hi, they are not Wong family. And then, let's see. I don't know. There's just a bunch of commentation there.
They were. I know they are calling us. What's up, North Country?
I know. And then Chad came up to me. He goes, Eric, I tried telling him 100 times. What's up, North County? It's like, dude, country and county is spelled two different. Isn't it spelled?
Damn rednecks! You can't ever get them to pronounce words correctly.
So you know what? But whatever, dude. We were represented on the big screen, which I thank Chad for letting us advertise on there because he said we could. So we got to be up on the big screen a lot, and hopefully people got to see who we are, and hopefully they're on here right now, being entertained. Hopefully, so.
Well, obviously people heard it and all, knew what the correction was. So because I got all kinds of messages over the weekend that says, "What's up, North Country?"
I know, dude.
And I'm like, I never heard the guy say it once. I didn't hear him say it at all.
He said it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time he said it, actually. Every time he said it, it was, well, yeah. Anyways.
You know what? It's funny. It's the same guy that's been there for the last 2 years, the same as been saying county. It's the same announcer.
Yeah.
So
Kelsey says our flag was badass. That was carried on the back of the horse. Yeah, I got a good freaking picture of that one.
Right.
Actually, that one hit the camera, dude, as it was coming by. It was pretty cool because it was like, what's up, North County? And it just kind of went, wah, hit the camera and kept going.
Yeah, we had the flag over there, and then we had our banner over there on the entry gate where they opened up, and evidently that's our spot.
You know whose banner got hit the most, or not hit, visualized the most on camera was Matt's. MGP Coating, dude, was in like the right spot, dude.
Oh yeah.
Every time anybody came out of that, the barrel racers or the roping teams came out, dude, Matt's logo was like boom right there, spot on. I was like, holy crap.
Well, we almost didn't get to have our pop-up dialed in. I mean,
we almost didn't get the pop-up, and then Tyler, the audio guy, almost didn't get to hang his speakers, dude. Did you hear about that? Dude, the fire marshal came in and said he couldn't hang. He started
on the stage?
On the stage. And that was the fair crew that put all that stuff on the stage, dude. He was like, what's going on here? So who is this new fire marshal bill?
Well, this is the state fire marshal.
Yeah.
This isn't the city, because I'd asked Chad, I said, is that Stornetta? And he's like, no. He goes, this is the state fire marshal, because it's state facility. But, I mean, when Nate called me and said, hey, it doesn't have a tag, and I'm like, a tag? I said, what the hell? And I'm like, so I went over to Firestone's tent, and sure enough, there's a tag there.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn it, I didn't even know that was a thing. So I took it down, but luckily I was able to get a hold of everybody. They sent some validation. Nate sent it off, and then got okayed from them, so we were able to put it back up, because I don't know what we would have done.
Oh, cool. So Matt says we had a lot of people come by the booth before everything started. So they had a booth there. MGP Coatings had a booth there.
Right.
So I was wondering how that was going to go for them. So I guess it went pretty well, I hope. Hopefully everything went good.
People were lined up at 1:45 to get into the fairgrounds. So when we left, I hung a right. I went to Bubba's, and there was people already lined up getting into the fairgrounds at 1:45. Right. And it looked like the fair. People were parked all over the place walking in. So, I mean, people were there at 2 p.m. ready to get down with Get Down.
I went to Little Caesars to get pizzas for everybody, for the crew. And then I came up and over the bridge and looked into the parking area. The parking area was halfway full already. I was like, wow, it's 2 o'clock. There's everybody's here.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was great. Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah, so. In a small, short amount of time, I mean, we have you had a lot of locals that, won things. You got the mutton busting kids, which was awesome.
That was a little girl that won it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't remember her name.
But you had a lot of, all around cowgirl, all around cowboy. You got the hide race that happened. You had the barrel racing. You had the breakaway. You had all that stuff. And it was so cool to see. And you had, I think, out of all of those, you have Bear Pasco, which is a professional steer wrestling. Well, they didn't have steer wrestling, so him and his brother did the I did the sorting. I did what did they do? They did the
I think they did the team sort and rope.
where they just get one steer.
Yeah, kind of commit. Yeah.
So
I think he did that. He did it. Actually, I heard Bear Pasco about 2 or 3 times throughout the whole event. So he must have done some other events too as well. He must have done team roping, sort and rope, and possibly something else. I don't know. Maybe only 2 times. I couldn't remember.
I don't know. I just never got to see the sheep, the mutton busting because they never went out far enough, except for the kid that came right in front of us. That was the only sheep that kind of took a left turn, went right through the side, and tried to go through the fence.
Oh, double mugging, maybe. You're right. Maybe it was double mugging. Kelsey's asking, what does all the money go to that they take in from the event?
It actually goes to the advisory group, which is kind of like a boosters for the sheriff department. So even though funds come in for grants for state counties for whatever, there's always monies that's left over for purchasing things that there's extra needs, canine teeth, those aren't covered, stuff like that. So the advisory group is actually like a high school boosters, to where these different departments will go to the advisory and say, hey, we need, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 for this, that, or other. And then that's how the money is given.
Right.
So the money is actually allocated not back into their pocket. They don't make, literally $10 for the rodeo, $20 for the concert. I was trying to figure this all out, that on just ticket alones for the concert, I would say that Easton Corbin would probably have been about maybe, $30,000 maybe? You would think?
I don't know.
I would say probably about $30,000.
Right.
Because you figure like some of these no names that will come through will want $3,000 to $5,000, right? Mm-hmm. So I would say Easton Corbin would be about $30,000. Did they make money on the Easton Corbin concert? Probably not.
Probably not. But like they said, they just wanted to put a good event together for the community, which is great. You know what I mean? That's what this whole thing's about, was community. So that's the sheriff's giving back to the community, and and they get a little money too for their advisory board. So that's good.
Yeah. Well, they got their sponsors. They couldn't bring on any more sponsors.
Yeah, they got maxed out. That's crazy.
They had no more room for banners.
Yeah.
They couldn't take any more sponsors in. They actually made up new sponsors this year, because they sold out of their sponsors that they've had for the last couple years, and they still had more people coming in wanting to sponsor. So they actually came up with new sponsorship ideas and concepts. So yeah. But overall, good job, sheriffs. We're gonna have to have Chad and Nate in here again, like we always say every year, and we never do. But this year we'll do it. Is do a wrap up.
Yeah.
And get them in the next couple weeks while it's still fresh and it's still in the memory bank, logged in.
Yeah.
So, all right, man, it's 7:54. It's time for a break, and we will be right back to the Morning Brew.
Are you tired of looking at that worn-out concrete garage floor, patio, or porch? Look no further than MGP Coatings, where customer service reigns supreme. Our team goes above and beyond to ensure your satisfaction every step of the way. Before we even start coating, we meticulously repair your concrete, ensuring a flawless finish that lasts. And here's the best part. Our Pentec coatings are 4 times stronger than epoxy, so they won't chip or peel, making maintenance a breeze. Plus, they come with a limited lifetime warranty. Call us today at 805-952-5301 or check out our Facebook and Instagram and experience the MGP coating difference. Don't wait. Transform your garage, patio, porch, or driveway and become a part of the MGP coating family.
Hey, welcome back to the Morning Brew, guys. We're Tuesday morning, May 13th, and all you mothers out there, happy belated Mother's Day. Thanks for doing what you did to have kids, I guess.
Somebody's
got to thank him for that.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, Hey, hold tight, dude. I'm going to do something real quick because I got to get our sponsors back. Oh, there they are. Okay, never mind. You're good.
Are they there?
Yeah, we're there. I thought it was going to be all gigantic, but we're good.
Okay. All right. So, anyways, we are back at it Tuesday after Mother's Day.
Yeah.
After the Sheriff Rodeo.
What did everybody do for Mother's Day, I wonder? Did you guys go to brunch? Did you guys do nothing? I wonder what people. What'd you do?
We went out to the lake and hung out on the shore.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we just went out there and sat at the lake, and girls were there, the boys were there, the kids were there.
Sweet.
And we just chilled out there, drank.
Did Jen get drunk?
No.
No, good.
No,
All right.
it was a mellow day.
All right.
It wasn't hot. It wasn't like blistering hot, which was good. It was
Yeah.
probably in like the high 80s, I would say.
Well, it cooled down on Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was really mellow. The water was cold, so
Yeah.
I didn't really go in the water, but I just hung out on the shore. Everybody's like going, "Oh, what Ryan being an asshole for it?" I'm like, I'm not just tired. I'm exhausted. I'm, like in this state of mind to where it's just like I'm just kind of
It was a big letdown after
Going
we do
through the motion.
after we do an event like that. There's a big letdown. Like literally, I felt hungover on Sunday.
oh totally
Like not from being drunk or anything like that. Just like I was just toast. I
Yeah.
was legitimately toast. My brain, body, everything. Crazy.
yeah. Well, my brain was mush burger after that Brazilian guy. So I'm gonna have to go back. Like I said, I'm gonna go back and see what he said. Or I'm gonna send that to somebody that speaks Brazilian
Yeah.
and have them translate that to me and see if we were even on the same wavelength as far
Well,
as my question versus his answer.
He speaks Portuguese because that's kind of what even was trying to say. That's what they speak, I guess, in Brazil. It's Portuguese too. So yeah, it's kind of funny, dude. Because I was talking to him and he's like, I'm talking. Hey, I'm Eric. I'm the producer of the show. You'll be going up here in a few minutes. Just hold tight. And he goes. And I go,
Right.
Oh, this is not going to go well. I was like, this is not going to go well for Randy.
Yeah.
I was like, nope.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back. I haven't watched it yesterday because I was on the road yesterday. But I'm gonna have to watch that one and like really focus on it because I know my facial expressions were like,
You're like,
what?
eh?
Does he talk? What? Like, okay, all right. Well, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Did we take any pictures with the bull riders, or are they just on the video?
I think it's just on the video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we could do screenshots because that would be cool.
Yeah.
Hey, but Saturday had a record heat in Paso Robles.
Yeah.
Okay. Previous record was 97 degrees set in 1997. Paso Robles reached 100 degrees at 2 p.m. on Saturday. You obviously don't have the clip, so but according to John Lindsay at Pacific Gas and Electric, Diablo Canyon, this was a record temperature for Paso Robles that had not been broken since 1997.
Well, let's check out the weather for the week. It looks like 70s, and then back on Mondays is 80s.
Yep. Hey, I'm good with this weather. Keep it here.
Yeah.
And you watch. If we had an extended forecast, I bet you the following weekend is 115.
They said it was supposed to rain today. Isn't that weird?
No, because it's cold outside.
Not on there, but they said it was supposed to rain today, so we still may get a little drizzle later on in the afternoon.
Well,
Or maybe not, I don't know.
I don't think it's going to rain. It doesn't look like rain out there, but it's definitely cold.
It's cold, man.
There's for sure some cold. So we got the U.S. and China now have agreed to push back their tariffs, right?
Right.
For another 90 days.
Okay.
So this whole tariff thing is kind of going back and forth. Everybody else is caving. China is still holding on.
Dude, the stock market yesterday was booming. Dude, if you had money in the stock market, yesterday was the day to be happy.
Be happy. So the Chinese, they said that their two sides have agreed to cancel 91% in tariffs on each other's goods and suspend another 24% in tariffs for 90 days. Stock markets rose sharply as the global's two major economic powers took a step back from the clash that has unsettled the global economy. U.S. trade representatives said the U.S. agreed to drop its 145% tariff rate on Chinese goods by 115% percentage points to 30%, while China agreed to lower its rate on U.S. goods by the same amount to 10%. So we're going back and forth.
Well, it's not.
Nobody's
You
gonna-
have to understand, this isn't everything. So there's still a tariff on fentanyl because that whole fentanyl thing, and then there's still tariffs on steel, automotive, and something else.
Well, it's not like everybody has tariffs on everybody.
No, but the high tariffs on automotive and steel right now are still there. So the rest of the stuff, like if you want to buy a Slinky or a Barbie doll or something like that, I imagine that all comes from China. That's probably all 10%.
Dude,
now.
everything comes from China,
Yeah,
except for this hat. It's Vietnam.
yeah.
It's kind of same thing. I don't know.
I like Vietnam better though. Vietnam's nice.
Vietnam is, I don't know. So yeah. So now we're going back and forth. I know there are some suppliers. My suppliers were like, "Hey, we're gonna have to charge you 145%." I'm like, "No."
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah.
I know. But then all of a sudden, then that stopped because it's been put on hold again. Now we're back on another 90-day. So we're good to go for at least 3 more months.
I think this is majorly just kind of it's a negotiate. It's a deal. You know what I mean?
Totally.
It's not like he's trying to do. I don't know. People say it's bad, but I think he's doing stuff to make people like understand. Like, look, we're not gonna use you anymore if you keep this up. So.
But here's the deal. You look at Trump and what he's done and what everybody said was going to be a disaster.
Yeah.
Has not.
Well, they all said that the stock market was going to tank and never come back, and then it's 1,000 points yesterday,
Right.
which is way higher than when he first came in.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know.
But it's all them that are saying that because they just want him. They basically want failures. Is what it is.
Which is sad because for
Right.
America, that's not great, dude. You live here, you want to prosper. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. It's like, you know what? Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys go live in Ukraine? All you supporting people that want to support them, go there and fight. Be a fighter.
Or go to China, see how good it is in China.
Go to China. Yeah, go there and
I saw a really good thing yesterday, like, cause me and Michelle have been around. We traveled outside the United States a lot, to other countries. And when we come home, I like almost kiss the ground. I appreciate it so much. You know what I mean? You go to places where there's no air conditioning. You go to places where you can't have ice in your drink because they don't have any ice. Dude, I've been to places that are just horrible, but I mean, you have to experience it, right? But then you come home and you go, I got my air conditioning. I could go get my Grubhub. I could, have my ice in my cocktail. You don't understand what it's like outside.
I can protest
States.
America in America.
Right? Yeah. I mean, if you did
other places, you'd get executed.
Well, it's like all this whole Hamas thing, all these protests and all that stuff. Well, they're saying that there's a lot of transgenders that are doing the protests with these Hamas supporters. Dude, if you were in the country where Hamas is at and they found out you're a transgender, they literally throw you off a roof or they kill you.
Right.
I mean, how do you support something that,
well,
you know what I mean, that can harm you?
Did you see like 2 weeks ago where the gal there was doing some sort of like excuse me, some sort of rally, where they wear the women they have to wear the
scarf or whatever.
The scarf to not expose their face or whatever in public, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And this gal took it off during her and starts talking, and they just immediately, everybody's like freaking out. The crowd starts yelling. And she was basically, I forget, she was protesting something, but she took it off and started talking. And she able to talk for 2 minutes before they finally pulled her off the stage to tell her to get out of the, because everybody was offended.
Well, no, they don't want you to see who they are. You have to understand, a lot of these protesters that are doing this are probably privileged kids.
No, it wasn't a protester. She was just whatever. I forget whatever the rally was for. There were some speakers, but she was one of the speakers. Obviously, in that same whatever, she was there. She was still one of them, but she pulled off her, what do you call that thing?
The sarah, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's like saran or something like that. I can't remember what it is.
Anyways, so she pulled it off. Still, I mean, she's in support of everything, but she pulled it off. Maybe women's rights?
I don't know. Who knows?
All right, local Humane Society receives $12,000 grant to support its efforts. Woods Humane Society received a $12,000 grant from the national nonprofit Petco Love to support the work of the pets in the San Luis Obispo County. Petco Love, founded in 1999, has invested nearly $410 million in adoption and other pet welfare efforts and nonprofit partners with Petco and more than 4,000 organizations across North America to support pet adoption and other programs. It says our investment in Wood Society is part of more than 12 million investments recently announced by Petco Love to power the local organizations across the country as part of our commitment to create a future in which no pets are unnecessarily killed.
Yeah, no kill, freaking
So,
adopt.
But yeah. So, and you know what? There's some cool pets. If you ever been to the pound,
I can't go.
dude, it's so.
If I went, I'd probably grab every freaking animal.
It is. It's like some of
can't.
them you could just. They're just like, and some like super cute puppies.
Yeah.
You know, like my daughter at one point, she was putting animals into my name because she couldn't get any more. Yeah, I still own a dog, by the way. That's not in her possession anymore. Yeah. So it was never taken out of my name. So evidently I have this dog out there. It's a Great Dane. It's a Great Dane. What is it? It's a mix of Great Dane and something else. This dog was like a horse, and their backyard is not that big. I'm like going, Caitlin, what happened here?
Yeah.
Like, you guys need like at least an acre, 2 acres for this dog to just take off, you know? And so they ended up, you know, rehoming him, but he's still in my name. But I had to put him in mine. She had to put him in my name. She forged my name, by the way.
Yeah.
So anyways, but yeah, you go down there and check all these dogs out, and these, you know, I mean, cats are like they're like ants. They have all kinds of cats because they just populate, you know, barn cats, feral cats.
Got feral cats everywhere out here.
Yeah.
Got a lot of feral cats, but we don't have mice, so good.
All right, man, it's 8:07. Let's take a break. We'll be right back to the Morning Brew.
What's up, North County? This is Teresa Branch with Airflow Filter Service. We are a family-owned business right here in the North County. We have air filters, oils and lubricants, and hydraulic hoses. We provide services that include air filter cleaning, DPF cleaning, and waste oil collection. Come check us out at 1140 Ramada Drive, and we can help you with all your automotive and industrial vehicle needs.
Hi, this is Omid.
And Deanna.
At North County Junk Removal. We are a business known for helping our neighbors and our community.
Let us help you save money and get rid of any unwanted items.
And rest assured that our professional team adheres to global standards of safety and recycling. We are fully licensed and insured for your peace of mind.
We are locally owned and operated, and we look forward to helping you with all your junk removal needs.
Please call us at 805-769-6966.
Hey, welcome back to the Morning Brew, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We are May 13th. We're starting another work week, and we're ready for today's Taco Tuesday.
That's right. You want to see what's the question of the day, the box?
Yeah, what
All right.
is in the box? It depends on the taco.
I stand tall, yet I'm not alive. I speak in silence, though I never strive. I catch what's thrown without a hand and send it back across the land. Invisible threads I weave through the air. I linking voices from here to there. I have no ears, yet I always hear. No mouth, but my message is clear. What am I?
A whistle.
A whistle?
Yeah.
Let's see. We got a whistle. We got a pitcher's pocket in the box. Pitcher's mitt, maybe. God, this.
A pitcher's pod.
Yeah. What do you guys think it is? What do you guys think
I
is
stand
it?
tall, yet I'm not alive. I speak in silence, though I never strive. I catch what's thrown in without a hand. I send it back across the land. Invisible threads I weave through the air, linking voices from here to there. So that's kind of the confusing part. I have no ears, linking voices. I mean, it could be like, you know, one of those things like you throw at the ball at, you know, when you're a kid.
Yeah.
And the ball comes back at you.
Uh-huh.
Or it could be a pitching machine.
Okay.
So
Could be a lot of things.
Huh?
Could be. There's a lot in
There's
there. There's a lot going on in there.
There's a lot of things going on in
Yeah.
there. All right, you know what's going on right now is Templeton opens its vendor application for the July 4th celebration. If you want to have a booth there, vendors' applications are now open for the annual 4th of July parade at the Templeton Park. The event will take place from 7 to 3 p.m. on July 4th at the Templeton Park. Celebration hosted by Templeton and Paso Robles Chamber of Commerce. I think we already did this.
You've been doing it for the last 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, to keep going. Vendors set up is 7 a.m. and all vehicles must be off the parade route by 8 a.m. Booths will remain open till 3, and early teardowns are not permitted. So, Matt, MGP Coatings, and Kyle with Coast Pipe, get your vendors' applications in soon.
Yep.
Because they are limited on their amounts, and 10 by 10 spaces are available, so your pop-up tents will be good. And we're going to figure out a way to sew in some fire marshal tags into our tents. So just know that. Yeah, dude, that was the craziest thing. I had never heard of that.
That was a big headache, dude.
What? Yeah, it was stressing me out because I got back to the office. I'm like, okay, I got 2 hours to go, got to get some stuff done. And then
Hey, you did it.
Nate calls me. I'm like, oh. And then I'm like, okay, should I just wait till he calls me back? Should I? And so I'm like, nope, I better go do it right now. So Jim down there, popped that thing off, and then in the 11th hour, he texts me and says, we are good to go on the day afterwards. Would have been cool to have it at the East of Corbin concert.
Yeah.
But whatever, we had a bigger pop-up. Hey, local lavender farm opens up for you pick season. They just opened up. Hamley Lavender Farm opened up for the 2025 season, hours 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., offering lavender harvesting, farm tours, and animal encounters, and access to picnic areas and views of surrounding landscape. The family-owned and operated farm, located in San Miguel, practices regenerative farming and will offer its lavender U-Pick experience every Thursday through Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. beginning this last weekend and continuing through September 1st. Peak blooms is expected between late May and July, depending on weather conditions. Visitors are welcome to bring picnics and relax on the property, which features vineyards and lots of views, rolling hills, and a hammock. So if you want to just go to sleep on a hammock, just head on over to Hamley Farms and go to sleep.
Nice little relaxing day.
Yeah. People make, have you ever seen that big lavender farm going out 46 towards Bakersfield?
Oh,
off to the dude, they're getting into like some weird stuff. Like they have dinosaurs. Mm-hmm. It doesn't make any sense.
I think it's a lot of people go there though. Me and Michelle have been there a couple times. We've stopped by there to use the restroom.
Oh yeah. You seem like it's always right there where you have to like use the restroom.
It's like I gotta go to a potty.
Yes, but I don't get the dinosaurs. I really don't.
Well, I think it's more for the kids. It's funny because you walk in there and there's a giant sign that says, "Look out for rattlesnakes." When you walk down their little path, huge sign says, "Look out for rattlesnakes." And I imagine there's probably some rattlesnakes out there.
So I've been talking. So did you see? This was over the weekend. There was a helivac that one of the border agent dogs got hit by a rattlesnake, and they airlifted him into Los Angeles and on the street they closed down the street to the animal hospital. So you can get the anti-venom.
Wow.
Yeah, this was a big thing. The whole streets were shut down while the helicopter was coming in and landed in the middle of the road. They jumped out, grabbed the dog, took off, and started running towards the pet hospital so he can get his anti-venom. And so dog's okay.
Good.
But that was pretty impressive, pretty crazy because people are going, "What the hell is going on?"
There's some we don't have it on here, but there's some sad news that I heard about yesterday. Did you know that on Saturday, the hottest day of the year, a kid died at the Paso Robles Inn in a car?
Oh yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Yep. That was evidently, so he was a 6-year-old.
Yeah, 6 years old.
Left in the back of the car while his dad worked at the Paso Inn.
Yeah.
And from what I understand from the article, allegedly, this has not been the first time.
No.
And so this has been several times.
This guy's got a rap sheet.
Yep.
Longer than
several allegations of potential abuse. And CPS had been called several times and still took no action.
Yeah.
So now I think there was like, I don't know how many years back, but this same kind of a similar situation happened and CPS got sued. CPS was because they didn't take action and the child eventually died.
Yeah.
Was beaten to death.
Sad.
And so, and CPS never took, did their job. So it's, Jennifer, I was just talking about this last night. It's like CPS they'll put their hand into something that they shouldn't even put their hand into.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they'll cause somebody's life havoc, right? Mm-hmm. For, like, say, good parents, whatever it may be. But then where they should put their hand and their face and their ears and their feet, they don't. Mm-hmm. It's almost like they're trying to take the easy route and versus taking the hard route. So now you have, this child that for one reason or another couldn't get out of a car at six years old.
Well, I think the kid was sleeping, personally. I mean, that's the only way.
Well, they have people were posting like Benadryl or, but I mean, okay.
It's sad. However you want to look at it, dude. I mean, that's a sad day. That's pretty.
Was
bad.
he strapped in to where he couldn't get out?
Well, the only way I could think of that happened, that he was in the car and he probably got either one, really hot, when you get really hot, you want to fall asleep, and the kid fell asleep, but he's 6 years old. He could have opened the door and just got, I don't know.
Right.
It's just a sad situation.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be more information that comes out about that. I mean, people are already hot. People already said the guy was a douche. People already said that he'd, abused the kid.
The guy was in Cambria at a bar in Cambria, and he got fired from that bar for filming with a personal camera the employees there. And then when he got fired, I guess he ended up going to the manager's home and trying to start a fight with him there. Afterwards, cops got called. So he's got like all these weird... That kid should have never been with this guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? That kid should have been somewhere else.
That's where CPS, that's where things need to change. I mean, they need to not have it to where, the parents, they always need to go back to the parents, because they're always pushing back to the parents, except for when kids are actually in not a hostile situation, but now it's just, I don't know, dude. It pisses me off a lot about the things with the CPS and the state.
Yeah.
The state is just so jacked up.
Yeah.
You guys, Gavin Newsom is a complete moron.
Yeah.
Now did you see his thing that he wants the cities to ban homeless encampments?
All of a sudden, now that...
So Gavin Newsom, hey, what happened to your whole, hey, I love homeless guys and, they can stay on this and that. Now you want to ban them?
He wants to be president.
You're a dipshit. That guy needs to get a golf ball to the side of the neck.
Greasy Gavin. Oh, God.
Dude, he's a douche.
Yeah.
Get out of here, loser.
Let's
take a break.
All right.
And we don't fire it up. We'll be right back.
My name is Jennifer Borhone-Wescombe.
And I'm Haley Wescombe from Borhone Auto Center. Borhone Auto Center is a family-owned and operated GMC dealership. We are your go-to dealership for quality vehicles. With a vast inventory and personalized service, we are here to make your purchase seamless.
Whether it's a luxurious Yukon or a rugged Sierra, we have the perfect ride for you. Come see us today to experience the Borhone family difference. We are located on the corner of Highway 46 East and Golden Hill Road in Paso Robles.
Atascadero isn't your standard getaway. We're unique, just like you. We're growing, transforming, and figuring it out as we go. We're a town filled with innovators, artists, makers, and game changers. We're a little bit country, a little bit funky, and always authentic. We're here for your good times, your slow times, and your changing times. We're all in Atascadero. Come see for yourself. Learn more at visitatascadero.com.
Hey, what's up, North County? Welcome back to the Morning Brew. We're Tuesday morning, May 13th. We're Taco Tuesdays. You know what else is happening today? Twofer at the California Mid-State Fair. Twofer, okay? So get your tickets in. You can buy your tickets, buy one, get one for Tuesday Twofer at the California Mid-State Fair. If I can open this, which I'm trying to, but let me see here. There we go. All right, I'm going to tell you all about it right now. It's only happening on Tuesdays. It's only happening in May. The California Mid-State Fair bring back their 2 for Tuesday promotion for the 2025 season, offering a limited time deal on season passes each Tuesday in May. As part of the promotion, fairgoers who purchase one season pass will receive a second season pass for free. The deal is available only on the 6th, which was last week, the 13th today, the 20th next Tuesday, and the 27th on the following Tuesday. During the promotion, the adult pass goes for $80, and the buyer will receive a second adult pass for no additional charge. Youth passes go for $40 with a second youth pass included for free as well. Children 5 and under receive free admission to the fair anyways, so you don't need to get them tickets. So
Sweet.
So there you go. So get your ticket, get your twofer if you're a fair goer. If you go a lot, then you should probably get one.
If you're going to concerts, you better hop on this deal.
What we figured if you go to the fair 2 3/4 times, you have had paid for two, you and her spouse.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because I think they said it was like $15 bucks,
I don't know.
$15 or $20 ticket, like just to get admission. I think it was $15.
Well, I mean, if you're going to like 4 concerts or 3 concerts, whatever you're doing, you know what I mean? If you do this, it's a lot cheaper. I know that. Me and Michelle have done that before. We saved like maybe $10, $15 doing this.
Well, yeah, buy yourself a beer.
Buy yourself a beer.
But that's what I'm saying. Is if you go 2 3/4 times, you and your spouse, you've paid for your $80 purchase for 2 entry into the California Mystic.
Correct. Yes.
All right, you know what else is coming up?
What?
We've got Seth Peak coming in on Wednesday. Wait, is that Wednesday?
Who?
Let's see. Let me see. Who's we got our guest this week? Yes, tomorrow is Seth and Ryan Peak with Peak Painting.
Oh, Peak Painting. Okay.
Yeah, we'll be our guest tomorrow after the Morning Brew Show, and we got the Stacy Strong Golf Tournament coming up at the beginning of June. So I know they're still looking for sponsors. They're still looking for golfers. This is the 4th annual Stacy Strong Golf Tournament, and 19th hole after party is returning in June. On Sunday, June 8th at the Hunter Ranch Golf Course, and is going to be an amazing day. Portion of the proceeds will go to Sabe's Wings, Stacy Strong's parent nonprofit company, in an effort to help other cancer patients in need. The 19th hole after party open to the public. That starts at 1:30, so you don't have to golf, but you can come back and hang out and party. And promises a day of fun for everyone. Delicious food, beer, wine, spirits, ice cream truck, raffles, all that stuff, bounce houses for the kids. Stacy was diagnosed with triple-negative breast cancer, a rare and aggressive form of the disease. She was only 34 years old when she got this news, and she was given like 3 months to live.
Right.
This was like 4 years ago. 3 months to live, traditional medicine. Doctor said, couldn't do anything more for you. And so she went out and got her own, did her own research, found Dr. V. Dr. V is an alternative doctor that practices medicine in other forms rather than the traditional. Of course, none of that is paid for through your traditional insurance, so everything was out of pocket. And 4 years later, she's cancer-free.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, hello.
Great.
Really? We can't, America?
America.
I mean, do something here. People are losing their lives because of cancer all the time, and let's stop paying Big Pharma. Let's stop paying their, padding their $20 million homes and their...
Well, that all might change because there was an executive order yesterday signed to drop our drug prices.
Yeah, I saw that.
Keep it level because, like in Europe, it's cheaper than America. Everything's cheaper than America.
Everything's cheaper in America when you go...
Then America, not in America.
Yeah, everything's cheaper than America.
Yeah.
Even the stuff that's in America is cheaper out of America than it's in America that you get in America.
America.
That makes sense?
America.
Yeah, they just.
Hey, we also have another event coming up.
We do have Winefest coming up in June as well.
Yeah.
June 21st, Tascadero Lakeside. Right now, tickets are $65. Okay, so you're going to have to get your tickets. If for some reason there'll be tickets at the gate the day of, they're going to be $90.
Ooh.
So you guys missed the $65 price break. So now it's at $75 until the day before the Winefest. And then if you're a last minute person, get there on the day of and buy your tickets at the door. They're going to be $90. But we're going to be there. We're going to be there slinging.
I won't be there.
You won't be there. Me and Andrew's going to be there.
Yeah, good luck.
Me and Andrew's going to be there drinking some wine.
Good luck.
That's going to be fun.
I'll be so far away I won't care.
Dude, you're going to be watching it. You're going to be like, hey, pull over so we can watch this.
Let's see. I'm going to be on a beach in Australia or watch that. I think I'm going to be hanging on the beach. Sorry.
No. You never. Let's see if it's. Where are you going? Australia.
Yeah.
So Australia is like
Pretty far away.
probably another 9, 10, 12 hour difference or something like that.
Right.
Right. So
No, it's probably more than that. Probably 12.
okay. So you guys might be at dinner. You could just tune into the brew.
I'll watch it later.
Yeah.
I'll do it later.
But we're going to be there June 21st, Tascadero Lake Park. The zoo's going to be open. There's going to be all kinds of, there's going to be at least 60 to 70 different wineries, breweries, spirits, distilleries. There's going to be food vendors. There's just going to be a lot of people, and it's a nice, awesome place. You're right there at the lake park. You're right there by the zoo. You're right there by the water.
It's a fun time.
It is a fun time.
Last year was a lot of fun.
You have natural shade. Let's see what else we got going on.
Let's do the box real quick before.
Before we forget.
Yeah. So I stand tall, yet I'm not alive. I speak in silence, though I never strive. I catch what's thrown without a hand and send it back across the land. Invisible threads I weave through the air, linking voices from here to there. I have no ears, yet I always hear. No mouth, but my message is clear. What's your final? You said whistle. You're gonna say a whistle?
Yeah.
You're gonna say whistle, okay?
I'm gonna say a whistle.
A whistle. We got whistle. We got antenna. We got what was the other one? A pitcher's mitt. So let's find out what it is.
An antenna. That's a good one. I bet it's an antenna.
It's an antenna.
Oh, it is an antenna. Who said antenna?
I think Teresa said antenna. I think it was Teresa that said antenna.
Is she on our Google Drive to where she already knows the answer? Is that why she gets it all the time?
Maybe.
Like to where she gets notified that you just put the answer into the box, and so then she just goes over there. Maybe she doesn't tell. Like we don't know that she has access to that.
Maybe she has access. We don't know it.
And that's why she's able to get all these answers, because that was a good answer. I didn't even think about an antenna. Now, when you listen to the clues, it makes a little bit more sense.
Right.
The net.
Yeah.
Okay, you catch things, but you can't hear, but yet they hear everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so all that stuff makes sense now that you said that. So
we got any more news?
Yeah, we do. We have some local fourth graders that spearheaded a fundraiser for the homelessness.
I may not have this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Fourth grade students at St. Rose Catholic School in Paso Robles hosted a school-wide bake sale and raised nearly $600 to support people experiencing homelessness in the community. The effort was led by fourth graders who chaired the bake sale committee under the guidance of the Fourth Grade Teachers Association. The committee developed and baked sales strategy, including advertising, production, and sales, with the goal of raising funds for local needs. The idea was the bake sale emerged from a classroom discussion on how students could positively impact their town. The class decided to raise money for individuals facing homelessness and chose to do a bake sale in the method of raising money. The fourth grade class, in an effort of making posters, spreading awareness, and baking items such as brownies, cookies, lemon bars, and Easter cupcakes. So congratulations, little entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Right? That's a
good
bunch
thought.
of little entrepreneurs. Tascadero just finished up and wrapped up their junior CEO not too long ago, a couple weekends ago. So that was another, little young kids, man, making businesses.
Just trying their best.
Right?
Trying their best. Yeah.
All right, man. It's 8:30. Let's take a break. We'll be right back to the Morning Brew.
Hi, this is Dave Story, small game hunter with Story Termite and Pest. We're a full-service termite and pest control company. From rodents to termites, we can take care of all your pest control needs. Call today. We can tailor a pest control program that will meet your needs and budget. Contact us at 805-460-0650 or at storytermite.com. Remember, we don't have customers, we have friends.
welcome back to the Morning Brew, guys. Thanks for tuning in to What's Up North County, Tuesday morning, May 13th. A lot of things happening. Taco Tuesdays, two for at the fair. We've got all kinds of stuff happening. Make sure that you guys get out there and support our sponsors and your local business, but we can't do this without you and our sponsors. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hi, this is Dave Story, small game hunter with Story Termite and Pest. We're a full-service termite and pest control company. From rodents to termites, we can take care of all your pest control needs. Call today, we can tailor a pest control program that will meet your needs and budget. Contact us at 805-460-0650 or at storytermite.com. Remember, we don't have customers, we have friends.
Are you tired of looking at that worn-out concrete garage floor, patio, or porch? Look no further than MGP Coatings, where customer service reigns supreme. Our team goes above and beyond to ensure your satisfaction every step of the way. Before we even start coating, we meticulously repair your concrete, ensuring a flawless finish that lasts. And here's the best part. Our Pentec coatings are 4 times stronger than epoxy, so they won't chip or peel, making maintenance a breeze. Plus, they come with a limited lifetime warranty. Call us today at 805-952-5301 or check out our Facebook and Instagram and experience the MGP coating difference. Don't wait. Transform your garage, patio, porch, or driveway and become a part of the MGP coating family.
What's up, North County? This is Teresa Branch with Airflow Filter Service. We are a family-owned business right here in the North County. We have air filters, oils and lubricants, and hydraulic hoses. We provide services that include air filter cleaning, DPF cleaning, and waste oil collection. Come check us out at 1140 Ramada Drive, and we can help you with all your automotive and industrial vehicle needs.
Hi, this is Omid
and Deanna
at North County Junk Removal. We are a business known for helping our neighbors and our community.
Let us help you save money and get rid of any unwanted items.
And rest assured that our professional team adheres to global standards of safety and recycling. We are fully licensed and insured for your peace of mind.
We are locally owned and operated, and we look forward to helping you with all your junk removal needs.
Please call us at 805-769-6966.
Atascadero isn't your standard getaway. We're unique, just like you. We're growing, transforming, and figuring it out as we go. We're a town filled with innovators, artists, makers, and game changers. We're a little bit country, a little bit funky, and always authentic. We're here for your good times, your slow times, and your changing times. We're all in Atascadero. Come see for yourself. Learn more at visitatascadero.com.